this was a victory lap, and he came there, the blood and crip walk on his enemy's head top. To me, the show wasn't about Drake as much as it was about Kendrick Lamar becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion in hip-hop.
K-Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of shit kings do. We unite.
This person is saying, yeah, Kendrick's manager bought streams from me, and they boosted the hell out of Not Like Us. They're so stupid they even lose when they lie. DIY. Oh, DIYers. So in this second part of the stream broken down, I want to talk to you about some of the celebrity reactions, fan reactions, and also some of the rumblings and weird rumors, and I'm even going to go out on a limb and say lies that were told about the success of the song Not Like Us, which at this point, I don't know why anybody would accuse it of... Let me zoom out. There was a clip where Academics, who's been a huge supporter of Drake during this entire beef, even when he knew that he was dead wrong, he had a conversation with somebody on his live stream that said that they are a botter, right? Someone that you pay, someone that artists pay money so that you can boost their streams. This person is saying, yeah, Kendrick's manager bought streams from me, and they boosted the hell out of Not Like Us. For the sake of news, I'll play this and listen to them cope days before this show that happened on the Juneteenth.
For Lotto?
Nope. No females. I don't know. I can't really say more than anything. Anytime you ask me, I'm going to say no.
Oh, okay. You ain't going to keep it a B. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chad, he's never worked for Drake.
Yo, look at your DMs.
All Drake streams are always real. That's a fact.
Bro, agreed. Bro, nobody like that I've ever worked with has ever worked with Drake. He's the only artist that's actually keeping it 100.
Stop the cap.
You don't become a reliable source when you can talk in absolutes about what somebody else does business in a field that you're doing business that you shouldn't be doing business, and it's an illegal trading of business. You can't talk on what somebody else is doing. How you dry snitch and then tell a lie, snitching in the same time? What are you doing? No, I never worked with no female rappers. No, Drake's never used bots. No, none of my friends. So is that making an absolute? Where's the logic in these dumbasses? These dumbasses who get these dumasses. I would argue that this is the name of the game. Somebody had to start it. I'm not going to say it was Drake who started it. I'm going to say it's Drake who benefited off of it. But I thought it was really ironic when Drake and UMG allegedly have used bots to attack anybody who says anything negative about Drake on Twitter.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Duh? I'll explain that in a minute.
I'm not a dick writer. I'm not a fan of him. I don't listen to his music. Bro, I listen to like fucking like indie and like bands.
Honest word for Lotto.
So if you guys didn't see it, shout out to this individual here named Away Wonder. He was actually able to, you OVOers are not thorough. The person that was in that video presented statements, like screenshots of their Zelle account, right? And they're basically showing you how money got transferred. They're saying that this Anthony Saleh LLC is Kendrick's manager, as if we all don't have the same Canva and Photoshop that you use to make this.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Only problem, you dumasses. Everybody who gets an LLC, including mines, is public information. What happens when you search for it? It doesn't exist. You dumasses. This is bad. This is really bad. And this is Double XL who's putting this up here. That's projection, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because if you remember and recall, if they think we forgot about this, the internet is forever. Drake is facing rumors when he released The Heart Part 6 that he's been using bots to promote his newest diss track, The Heart Part 6, on social media. In a post on Twitter, the outlet Kirko notes a poll from Complex with 12,000 views and 30,000 votes that ended 92% in favor of the Toronto rapper. You can't make this up. This shit is a terrible movie that is finally being exposed. Who raised y'all? Now, this was in response to a post that I put up. I don't know if you guys remember this. I made a video that basically was exposing the first version of Drake's push-ups for being AI generated. I still, to this day, feel like that's AI generated. I talked about that in many videos. I had an acapella, I did a side-by-side analysis, and I showed you how the voices sound very AI-ish. Well, I put it up here as a quote. Kendrick's team bought it, Not Like Us. That's what's up. But who at UMG OVO was responsible for these tweets that were sent to me for 14 hours straight at a post exposing the first version of push-ups being AI generated? Let's look at an example of this one. Let's take this one from Aries 2093335. Kendrick let a stray cat lick peanut butter off his crumb. Fuck is a crumb? And why are people why do you own a crumb? Hashtag TSTTPD and Taylor Swift. That's weird. Every single one of these statements that are only talking about people who were dissing Drake, notice how they all have the hashtag Taylor Swift's album and Taylor Swift's name that dropped the same week that
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
For those who don't understand what I'm saying, by them sending out bots, let's just allegedly say that it's Drake's team or UMG. They're all one and the same, by the way. OVO and UMG are linked together for life. If these bots are being pushed out 14 hours to one account, just imagine to all the other accounts, including Pusha T, who had to deal with the same situation. This is also getting two birds with one stone. We get to attack a post that is making Drake look crazy, because my post got 2 million views that exposed that. They got 2 million views on Twitter. And then it also helps to promote another UMG artist in Taylor Swift to make sure that she's a trending topic by the end of the day. They're fucking projecting. I hate it here. Who raised y'all? Now, Whack 100, who is the gang's manager, starts to speak on why he believes that that person that came out saying the songs were botted is an absolute damn liar. Listen to him speak on this.
That would have cost dude like 120,000. 115, 120,000. That's cap.
He's doing the math on the numbers that he said that he charged Kendrick's manager, Anthony. Wack is doing the numbers on what that actually looks like if he's calculating this. This person just threw out a wild number and just doesn't understand that these folks do this in a regular business. This is a regular business. So he's doing the math.
For 30 million streams, it'll cost him 115,000, somewhere in that ballpark.
Now, allegedly, the reason he coming out and talked to Act last night or whenever Act did his stream is because he didn't get the balance of the payment, whatever the total was supposed to be. I don't know what that was.
Okay, well, this is why you know it's all cap, and Act got to stop running these stunts. Now, let's use our brain and use common sense. Let's go down the checklist. Check 1. If money was due, it wouldn't have been a problem paying it.
Facts.
Check 2. Your numbers are... Because when it comes to program, it's roughly around 3,800 per million or some shit like that, right? Check 3. If you really were that guy doing that and not just a nigga clout chasing, you just killed all of your business.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Well, in your imaginary story where Kendrick's team didn't give you the rest of your money for those streams, guess who's not going to give you the rest of your money ever again? Dumas? They're so stupid they even lose when they lie. How you lose in your fake scenario, you Dumas? We're not done on the petty. Oh, no. I came here for a plate of spaghetti, thick on the petty. As you would expect, young Champagne Poppy himself. Brick ass nigga, ES69 God. Of course, his sassy ass had to take a selfie in the embassy, put on a nice little outfit, throw a jersey on, felt cute, might delete later, head ass nigga. And what did he say? This nigga took a selfie and said, Summer League. Like, people make me care about this and make me pay attention to this shit. But I think it's really zesty to look at this and see. Even one of the top comments here, right? This is DJ VIP 510, who used to be Nipsey Hussle's DJ. He says he thinks that Drake is clowning the venue size of the Pop-Out show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a prime example of how culturally fucking tone deaf Drake is. If he is indeed, because maybe he's saying, hey, I'm getting ready for, this is my summer league time where I'm about to get ready and I'm about to pop out and I'm going to show brothers. Maybe he's in that place. But if you're making a statement about the Great Western Forum, now known as the Kia Forum, sold out historical place in the middle of a black hub of culture, being something to look down upon, and that Kendrick could only fill out a summer league venue, which, if you don't know, in basketball, summer leagues are not sold out shows. Summer leagues tend to be folks who are diehards that want to see what the new rookies and the new class coming in looks like, right? I've been to a summer league game and I saw Kobe play one time. The first year Phil Jackson was going to be the coach. I saw that. But when you say things like this is why people are saying, even if you don't mean anything about Kendrick, shut up. Shut up. Shut all the way up. Because of what it looks like. Exactly. Drew League is another place where it's like, it's not going to be impressive if you're looking at it from a numbers game. But that's the problem. You value numbers over culture, Drake, and it shows. Matter of fact, you even heard a portion of the Pop-Out show where DJ Mustard and YG, very, very, very huge dynamic duo from the West Coast who've done things respectively on their own, but together they made some very monumental moments on the West Coast and just in music in general. You heard DJ Mustard say, DJ Mustard and YG used to make music right down the street from the Forum and said, one day we gonna play in there. And then they played at that place and they were one of the headlining acts. So I look at that and I'm like, this is why people are telling you to go away. Because you're not helping the situation. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I really hope that's not what he's getting at when he says that. Because that is such a slap in the face to what we're talking about. Switching gears real quick. I think it was dope to finally hear Mustard talk about this record. And you got to understand, there's a time period where the idea of thinking of DJ Mustard and Kendrick doing a song together, you probably wouldn't see that happening, right? You probably wouldn't think that wouldn't be on your deck of cards. You would never think like, it's not because they couldn't do anything together. It's because they just represent two different sides of the city, and it's two different types of music that Mustard is known for and that Kendrick is known for. But here's 5 things that fans might not know about Kendrick Lamar and DJ Mustard's collaboration on Not Like Us, who he himself said, this is the biggest song of my career.
What up, it's Mustard, and here are 5 things you may not know about Not Like Us.
They not like us.
One thing you may not know is I did not sample the Ether beat. I definitely seen somebody say that. I didn't sample a Nas song.
Thank you for that, because you dumbasses, y'all. I understand people get excited when these moments happen, but y'all be running with information like he sampled the Ether beat because that shit said I might even say a little bit of something about that, but don't judge.
The thing you might not know is I heard the song when everybody else heard it. I never heard it before. I wasn't in the studio with them. I had never heard that song, so when everybody else heard it, I heard it. When I was making it, I was in the back of my head is what would Dr. Dre do if Lil Jon was in the studio and they was collabing on a beat? That was my thought process. It took me approximately 30 minutes to make that beat. And 5, I didn't know he was gonna gas that beat like that. And that's it.
Insane. Now, these are some of the reactions that I caught after the performance. People had a lot of questions about what Snoop's involvement was in the whole tailor-made freestyle. We even kind of tried to break down some of the relationships that may exist between him and Drake. He wasn't actually on stage, but something that I noticed during the Pop-Out concert, every single commercial break was him promoting his and Dr. Dre's drink, Gin and Juice, what they're releasing. Every single time it was up there, so you knew his presence was in there. And plus, we know, like, he passed the torch to Kendrick. I don't know anybody ever question Snoop's allegiance.
Good morning, Big Snoop Dogg coming at you live from Canada. Sending a big shout out to K-Dot and all the homies from the West that stood together, unified, organized, in peace, love. That was beautiful. That was fun to watch. Beautiful to see all of my peoples come together. And K-Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of shit kings do. Sheesh. We unite. We bring our peoples together.
What they gonna say now? Charlemagne, obviously another voice in hip hop. He had some thoughts that he wanted to share about what he feels like the show with Kendrick meant for hip hop.
This was a victory lap, and he came there, the blood and Crip walk on his enemy's head top. And to me, the show wasn't about Drake as much as it was about Kendrick Lamar becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion of hip hop. Like when it comes to this new generation, we've been watching over the last 15 years. Kendrick is the king of hip hop, and it's not even close. And I'm not talking about charts. I'm not talking about streaming records. I'm not talking about pop songs, singing on songs. I'm talking about bars, rap, hip hop, culture. Kendrick wears that crown, and it's not even close.
I agree. Easy. Is that even a conversation? Oh, let's get back to the petty for a second. I got some other reactions. Matter of fact, is it here? Let's listen to my guy DJ Head, man, the Coast Guard, man, someone who has been instrumental in a lot of careers. One thing about DJ Head is that he's gonna always tell you about yourself. DJ Head, I done had times where I played him a record and he walk out the room, and he come back and tell me that this ain't it. This shit ain't it. Get better. Do this. Do that. And when you listen, success is only a matter of time. But it's also somebody that I consider a friend, somebody that I've had the opportunity to, man, I've known him for quite some time. So it's amazing to see him getting all of this press coverage in the midst of this because he's a very important voice out here. Every artist will tell you how important he is. But he talks here to the Breakfast Club about what this meant for L.A. being the pop-out show.
Now,
what did that mean for LA, Head? Like, what did that mean last night? That picture that all of y'all took at the end. What's the significance of that?
Well, the thing is, our politics is a lot different than anywhere else in the country. So when you see certain things like that, that's not normal. When you see certain cliques, crews, sections, certain people, a collection of people, especially people that were on my set, you know, a lot of people from different sections that don't necessarily collaborate with other sections. So for us to be able to do that, shout out to all of the homies and the homegirls for holding it down when we was having rehearsals. I just kind of huddled everybody up and was like, look, bro, I know where y'all from, I know where you from, but the next week we doing this, like, we all in the same gang. And so everybody got on one accord, and it was beautiful.
I was going to ask, you know, with all those different artists from so many different hoods and so many different sets, how do you keep the peace like that? Because you know how it is. Last night it's all peaceful, and then tomorrow we go back to the block and things never change. So how do we make sure that it remains like that?
Well, I think you have to lead by example. Mm-hmm. You know, Charlamagne always tell me the best apology is change behavior. So I think the best way we can do that for ourselves is change the behavior that we've seen in the past, where we return to that negative energy. And so I think from now till for the foreseeable future, you're going to see a lot more collaborations. Even after the cameras went off, you know, the homies was in the parking lot like, yo, man, maybe we can do a feature. Maybe we can do this. He's like, oh, yeah, we never thought about collaborating before because this person is from the other side of the track. So it was just a beautiful thing to see.
Well, hey, man, like I told you, man, the West deserved it. You know, y'all deserved that moment. And I'm glad that y'all put on for the city the way that y'all did yesterday. And I was even saying this weekend when I was out there, it felt like that wasn't a concert for outsiders. Like, it felt like we were supposed to watch it at home on Amazon. It felt so LA, so West Coast, so Inglewood, so Compton, so Watts. Like, that moment was for y'all, and I'm glad the world got to see that, man.
Absolutely.
These are facts. These are facts. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because it is the $1 million question, as Niles just said. Where do you move on from here? All I'll say is this. It happens in steps. It happens in generational steps. Generational steps take a long time. We're talking about 10 years plus before we start to see change behavior become a norm. When we think about how long it took for us to have a black president, that's a different kind of change. But when you're talking about the changing of cultural dynamics, the changing of the way things have been for generations and generations, even people who are far removed from the things that this generation did to the other one, I think it just takes time. It's going to take time, and I think this is a huge step because a lot of them folks didn't have to be on the stage at the same time. They did not have to be on the stage at the same time. Back to the petty, though. This gentleman here, who we've covered his content before. I don't see his name in here. Unfortunately, it wasn't credited, but he is hilarious. Oh, you OV hoers. The lies that y'all tried to tell, you academics, all you niggas. He does a great job of wrapping y'all up like a burrito. Check it out.
Where do I start? We just witnessed one of, if not the greatest performance of all time. To no one's surprise, the Drake eaters got slapped over the head with PTSD. They're spreading misinformation again. Bro, where was Whitney? She wasn't at the concert. She wasn't there because we told y'all Kendrick beat her, bro. Meanwhile, Whitney's living her best life, sitting literally right fucking there.
What you telling me? Speaking dirt on my name, that's a felony. Man, I'm player of the year, Bill Bellamy. Man, I know you ain't trying to make a bet of me. So what you telling me? So what you telling me? 20 years and I still ain't gon' bow out. I've been rapping since Shake Moss was Bow Wow. Bitch, I'm player of the game, I don't foul out. Man, this year, boy, I'm really about to wild out. Who you finna call out? Full court press at the bank till I ball out. I feel like a professor, but where that nigga Charles at? Grinding all day, I ain't even need a hard hat. Finna hit the tarmac, I mean the pavement. Do I really gotta come and make a statement? You know there's people willing to sue to lose your patience, but I'd rather lick a stamp and make a payment. Man, let's get back to this paper. I'm so grateful. Man, I feel electrified like I'm raiding. I paid dues, but I ain't made it. I still remember trying to burn CDs out of Staples. So what you telling me?
the damn kid. Come on, bro, what are we saying? The way she's smiling hard as shit right now, she's saying every song word for word, bar for bar. That Family Matters track is cooked. When you make it,
It's funny how many of you OV hoers keep coming around saying, oh, you guys like that Not Like Us song. It's all lies. It's all lies. When y'all start caring about lying in rap? These niggas sip so much lean that you be dead by the end of the song if you sip with them. Now you care about lying in rap? Now we talking about fact checking? Here's the thing about it with Not Like Us. You know why it hits? Because there's hints of truth that you yourself have asked questions about. He kick it with younger girls, but he ain't no PDF. Nah, he ain't. I don't think so. That's too much, brother. No, I don't think, no, hell no. The reason why people are gravitating towards it and yelling out the lyrics are because there's enough there for them to be curious.
Everything they say about me is true. I'm a phony.
That's the whole idea of a battle.
diss track. The diss isn't supposed to fall apart every single time you listen to the song. That, my friends, is a terrible diss if that happened. Who really bang a set, my nigga YG. Meanwhile, this man is be-walking with Russell fucking Westbrook. Ain't no way. They tried moving the goalpost again. Where's Baby King? Where's Baby King? Here's Baby King at the fucking concert. But Dave Free wasn't there. He was there too, gang. Chill. Not only did he post this on his story, the nigga posted his point of view and got producer credits at the...
Shout out to Dave Free. You know how stupid you sound now on Family Matters? Y'all sit up here. Well, I just think that just from an unbiased point of view, I still think that the best song out of here was obviously Family Matters. Yet and still, that's the one that has the most lies. Drake needs to admit that he saw this music video by Kendrick Lamar for his song We Cry Together, and this made him say, "You think that's a story about him and Whitney? Is that why it's so violent?" He needs to admit that he saw this video and came up with something else. He doesn't understand lyrics because he doesn't write lyrics. All right, was that too much? Was that too much? I'm sorry. Can I draw your attention to this video? I thought this was hilarious. You folks on the internet are freaking hilarious. Jonas.Jinden. I love it when all different types of races jump into the mix of this shit. This is hilarious. Look at this.
Yeah, I think Kendrick won.
Bro, you guys actually care about that shit?
What? So do you.
No, but like you really care, bro. They don't know who you are, bro.
You were just glazing Drake.
It's Monday. Y'all don't got work or...
Oh my God.
Like you're worried about Twitter. You need to be worried about Indeed, bro.
Now you want the high road.
You need to be worried about LinkedIn.
So now all of a sudden you're just not a Drake fan.
I'm a music fan.
Okay.
Before anything, bro.
This
I'm
you?
a fan of music.
Is that you?
Foremost, so
all right, bro.
Like I'm just enjoying all these new songs.
Okay, if you're not biased, then who won?
Who won?
Yeah.
Us, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Can't you see that?
No.
It's not about sides. Like, you guys are on Genius trying to dissect lyrics. How about you try to be a genius?
What?
You ever thought about that?
Okay, but you were not saying this 2 days ago.
You got to know the right time to back out. Choose yourself. Choose peace.
You're not J. Cole, bro.
You know, don't be worried about outside sources.
Wait, bro. Kendrick just dropped again.
No! No, what did you say?
Wait, no, never mind. No, he didn't. False alarm.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
I was worried about Adonis, bro.
Okay.
I was worried about Lil Bro.
Goalpost. Yeah, not there. A little bit more. Goalpost. I want my spaghetti served with extra patty. Let's keep it going. You thought I was done here? We're not done here. Oh, this is a victory lap in content too. I share clips when white folks do some shit like this. To me, it shows how wide-ranging. We're not using it for validation, but it shows you how wide-ranging, how much it's reaching. People who otherwise, folks that you wouldn't think are necessarily Kendrick fans. When they start talking and telling narratives like this, you can't lie your way, you can't bot your way out of a scenario like this. Listen to this little white kid. He had me dying.
Save the miners from Drake. Watch out. Millie Bobby Brown needs to be safe.
So you think you can draw Kendrick Lamar, or do you think you can draw a terrible picture of Drake? Let's see.
Drake is a criminal. He deserves to be put in a penitentiary for the rest of his kid-loving life. He needs to stop flirting with Millie Bobby Brown and go find someone that's actually his age. He needs to stop hiding his daughter and actually talk about her. Do not go to Toronto, Canada. Don't go. Certified is Drake. Certified. Wait, what is it?
What would you do if Drake was behind you right now?
I'd neuter him.
Hey, Drake. This is looking good.
Drake.
This is Drake?
This is Drake. I didn't have a light skin color. But Drake is white, not black.
Well, you're white too, but does Drake have the N-word pass?
The optics of two Caucasians having a conversation about whether or not Drake still has the N-word card is just, you can't write that kind of comedy. You ever like invite like one of your white friends that ain't never been at no barbecue, never been to your barbershop, go to your barbershop and get a lineup like he never got before. He start talking different. Type shit. Type shit. What the fuck you trying to get into? You feel me? what a body's I type shit. Start talking different. He get in the barbecue, all of a sudden a little extra rhythm get into his system. Like, who are you? I feel like Kendrick has put this in the DNA of all the folks out here. There's something going on. I hope you understand what's going on. Everybody out here is getting a lineup. They've never had this kind of lineup. Everybody out here getting fades, and they don't understand why. Everybody out here is eating soul food, and they're like, what have I been eating this fucking McDonald's for? Let's keep it going.
Silly Kendrick. You fell for my plan. Now the whole world thinks I'm a pedophile. Silly Kendrick.
Mission fucking accomplished. Mission accomplished. But back here to academics. Look at him forgetting what side he's supposed to be on as he watches Kendrick perform Not Like Us. Watch him forget.
One more time.
I lean on you niggas like a metal out of rock. Yeah, it's all out of me and I'ma set it up to pop. Put the wrong nigga on me, I'ma get...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
If you ever had any question about whether or not this is spiritual, when you get people who have put themselves on the opposing side, like, I'm gonna set it up to Pac, you've made content that wasn't in the most positive light of Pac. You get so spiritual at that section, he couldn't even do it. He couldn't stop. The hate within your soul wouldn't allow you not to want to turn up to that. Look at him. Look at him.
I lean on you niggas like a metal out of rock. Yeah, it's all out of me and I'ma set it up to pop.
Put the wrong nigga on me,
I'ma get him drunk.
music and I
won't pass the ox.
How many shots do I really...
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna...
Deliverance is happening. It is happening. It's happening. You ain't never lied. It's happening. That spirit done got up in him. He don't know what to do. Do you not understand what the lyrics are saying? You're not bobbing your head, academics, to a normal song. This is the person that you've been going crazy for. This is a funeral song. None of my friends. If somebody makes a diss song about me after I'm gone, don't you dare be at that funeral singing that song. What are you doing? It's not looking good. This had me crying. Oh my gosh. He said niggas in the crowd been doing this for 20 minutes straight. Look at this.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey.
That is all you saw in the crowd. They did not stop because everybody got that damn energy. It was a wrap. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I kid you not. If you needed further conversations about the cultural influence that goes even beyond the borders of Los Angeles and the West Coast, Harlem. This is a Juneteenth event, I believe. Look at them. It says from the west to the east, Kendrick got the whole country behind him. We love to see it. Come on, man. Come on, man. You say what you want to say. I want to highlight this commentary because, man, shout out to Problem. He was on stage. He performed. He performed a few songs. And what you got to understand with Problem, man, there was a time period like West Coast works in, I guess, a lot of similar ways to other regions in that regions that have a large market, I guess would be more so like New York. Everybody has their time, their period of time in the limelight where they're the center focus of the sound. Like DJ Mustard had it, YG had it, and it's not to say they lose anything. It's just that they become the centerpiece. Problem is somebody that at one point in time was creating records that were just charting back to back to back to back. Problem is so crucial. to the evolution, to the growth, to even a lot of the sounds that have been borrowed from different regions to kind of like change some of the dynamics of what we have. But even just the West Coast sound in general, as an artist and as a producer, he is way too important. With that said, though, these are his thoughts after leaving that stage. He says, as the adrenaline still flows through my body, I write this caption with the energy of last night in mind. I never in a million years thought I would witness the amount of humility and grace between all parties involved in such a historic event. Every man, woman, and child that was in attendance on and off the stage exercised levels of love that is rarely shown in this day and age. Every artist, dancer, bouncer, manager, athlete, entourage were there to represent victory. Kendrick Lamar took his moment and decided to share it with his peers. The biggest artist in music allowed us to be seen in his moment. They don't make them like that no more. Kendrick Lamar, I salute you and thank you. A true king, a true leader. You made history last night, and you made sure the world saw all your homies. It doesn't get any realer than that. Come on.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
This is so much more than just about the back and forth, but we had to talk about all these lies that got put up here because people gonna try to make you seem like you crazy for standing on the things that you stand on. They're gonna try to make you act like things never happened. It's crazy. It's almost like you see the news do it to you, play in your face, right? You see politicians do it to you, play in your face, and act like what you saw is not what you saw. You see video evidence that happens in some of the police and citizen interactions, and some obvious crime occurs on behalf of the police officer, and then people act like it didn't happen right before your eyes. It just seems like people are so used to manipulation that it finds its way in every segment where manipulation can exist. I know that's a very deep statement for talking about some rap back and forth, but this once again is an extension of the culture and how people been feeling. Kendrick said it. I'm with the culture feeling. I'm with the culture feeling. And what I'm seeing right now are people who are purging themselves of the hypnosis they've been under. And I don't think you can give that all to just one person, but I think a lot of segments got affected. I think that just like any human being in an environment, Drake had an opportunity to do some positive, and he had some opportunity to do other things that some people may label as colonizing. Whatever the case may be, his contribution was his contribution. I do feel like if it's not just this singular event or a number of events that have led to it, if it's not the entities that he represents that already people didn't agree with that were a part of the culture, if it's not just him being a certain age to not be able to be in that conversation anymore, the time is the time. And how he ages through this is going to be very important to his future. People are asking, what do you do next? What do you do next? You can't rap your way out of a moment like this. You can't score 81 points, and I'm not saying that's why Kobe did it, but Kobe scored 81 points, and a lot of people forgot that he was in court fighting for his freedom. You can't score 81 points here, and you can't release a Thriller album, and everybody forgets this freaky ass shit that got brought up. You can't take away what's already happened. You can talk about bots. I heard Joe Budden say something along the lines of, he was like, if I'm in a battle with Drake, I already know Drake is botting. If I was a smart man, I'd bot too. But I don't think he needed to do an ounce of botting to have the impact that he had upon the culture that he's having. The music video is getting shot and it still hasn't been dropped yet at the recording of this video. Think about that. This man has been dominating off of MP3 files. No Instagram posts. He just had his first show performing the songs a couple days ago. MP3 files. No video, crushing no Dodge minivans, just audio. This was a disgusting dismantling, but it had to happen. But those are my thoughts though, DIYers. Let me know what you're thinking. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't be greedy. Peace.